It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for joining us as we get a little bit more serious with this conversation. I know we've had a lot of fun today, but it's time to get honest and talk about money. And in our brand new segment, Our Money Matters, earlier this week, we of course asked you the tough question: have you ever lent money to a friend or a relative and then things went sideways? I'm sure a lot of people sitting up right now. I think everyone has been really honest and quite emotional with those answers, so thank you for doing that, showing us just how messy the situation can get and how personal it is. So we invited Mark Lottering in because I would imagine out of the people in your circle, you must get asked for financial assistance fairly often. How do you feel, first of all, before we get into our viewers, about lending money to a friend or family member for that matter?
Well, the general rule should be no. You know, if you respect your friendship and your relations with your family, the general rule should be no. Having said that, though, I have 2 or 3 friends who, if they had to ask me, you would instinctively know. No, I've got your back. You would never come to ask. And I know
they're
for
not
sure,
asking lightly.
And I know for sure that you would be giving it back. You don't even have to have that conversation, but you only know that in your spirit. But most of the time, when people do come up to you and it's family and friends and wanting money, it is going to damage the friendship. It is going to damage.
Just adds another layer,
but also on the flip side of the coin, other times I've given some people money because I wanted the friendship not to work and for them never to come back. So, because when people owe you money, they become very quiet. And then that's great. That's also God's way of getting rid of some people, because you go, oh no, I'm never going to see
separating
you. All
the
this
wheat
money
from the
again.
chaff, we say. Well, buddy, it looks like our viewers are echoing very much that sentiment. And Mahabo, I love this approach because I think Mahabo kind of encapsulates very much how I feel about this. So many people owe me and never paid back. Lucky my grandma told me when I was young that when you lend someone anything, bear in mind that you might not get it back. Take it as if you are gifting it, and if it comes back, great. If not, make peace with it, which is, I suppose, quite a zen way of approaching it.
Or don't give them.
I love the advice coming through. So Pat Sunkel says, my late dad always told me never a lender or borrower never be a lender or a borrower, and it's so true. I've been burnt once and I learned my lesson. If anything, I would buy what that person needs, not give them the money.
You see, and that for
That's
me...
also different.
It's different, but it's also if someone's come to you in need, they're asking you for what they believe they need, not what you think they should need in their dire moments. So, yeah, I think it's worth looking at it from both. I like that she's so young, she struggled with ye olde English, never a lender or borrower be. Roshni Naika says, and this, stop judging Roshni, okay? She says, I've been through this, so sad now that my husband is late. They've been funny towards me like I'm owing them. It is going to make it weird.
Oh, is Roshni saying her husband made a loan?
Borrowed, presumably.
Okay, okay, that's
a different phase of Roshni's life, clearly. I think it is going to be an emotional thing. It is going to be a supercharged element regardless. So I think forget about your cousin, your neighbor, or your dodgy uncle. In times of need, rather rely on a bank that has
find a
your
blesser.
back. Yes,
Get
exactly.
A blesser.
The opposite of what he just said.
You know, marry up. Look,
And if you do take out a personal loan from an actual bank, Nedbank can help you do it, and responsibly so.
Green is
You
my
can
favorite
open
color.
a savvy account.
Green is my favorite color, actually.
Exactly. And, Mark, you'll get 200 Rand cash back every month, okay, for the duration of that loan. That's a good deal. That's going to help you out, okay? You can get all of the details, Mark, right now on nedbank.co.za.
So excited.
Join the bank that's best for your loan. Choose up to 200 Rand cash back monthly with a personal loan. Apply for a personal loan and a savvy account today. Nedbank. See money differently.